Hello, you all. Welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. I'm on here to share with you all a journal notebook that I made for one of the providers at my job, her daughter's best friend since they've been elementary school. Birthday was yesterday, so she asked me if I can make her a notebook journal. And she loves pink, so I went with the pink theme using the Echo Park Fashionista paper kit that I got from Tuesday morning when they were around. But before I get started, I hope that you're all having a great weekend and looking forward to the week ahead because I'm so ready to be off for the 3-day Memorial Day weekend. So, yeah, so let me go ahead and get started and share with you all what I use or some of the things that I use, and I'll share with you all what I created. So, I did use, like I said, the Echo Park Fashionista paper kit that I got, I believe, from Tuesday morning. And I think I had like 2 or 3 of these that I purchased, and I used it like a long time ago, but then I never picked it back up again. So I'm so glad I still have this because I'm rid of a lot of paper pads and kits. Okay, and then I also use from Tim Holtz and Stampers Anonymous. I use three doilies. So I use this doily right here, which is THS034. And then I also use this doily, I think it's like the Scribble doily, THS036. And then I use this doily right here, which is the roses. And I use, I think, Kiss Flamingo Distress ink for the blending. And this is THS077. So those are the three doilies that I use. Along with that, I use the Cat Scrappiness scallop tag die. So I use a large one of that. Also from Tim Holtz and Stampers Anonymous, I use the Flutter Stamps CMS 294, and I use these two butterflies. Also some gold embossing powder from Rangers that I use as well with that. And then this is from Crafted Lear. I got this off of Amazon. And this is just the alphabet dies that look like that. So that was a perfect size for what I needed. So I use those. And then this is a stamping pad. It's the P13 that's got like the different skin tones. So I use that as well. And then this is the chalking set. So I use this dark color pink right here. And then this is the dress form and dress. So I use that, and I use the Craft Gold cardstock from Tim Holtz for those. And then I got this from Michaels. This is the Recollections. It's like the notebook stamp. So I use that. And then the main focal point is the Missies by Studio Light. Studio Light, and it's designed by Karen Jones. I use the Betty for the body, and then I use the Carol for this image, kind of like this image here. So that's what I use. I need to get me some magnets for these because they're just all over the place. So yeah, so those are the items that I use. I think pretty much everything I share with you all, if I'm not mistaken. So let me share with you all the journal that I created. And I love the way this turned out, you all. And I hope that you all like it as well. So here is a journal that I created for her. And like I said, her favorite color is pink. So I was going with the pink theme, and she loves bows. And the provider, she's a social worker in the clinic that I work in mental health. And so she said that, she's seen some of the other projects that I've created. So she said, make it my style. She didn't care what I did as long as I did it my style. So this is my style of just making this really simple. So I did do some distressing with vintage photo on all the pages. Just to kind of give that a little distressed vintage look, but not too much of it. And so we start with the cover here. She loves bows as well. So I did the cover with the bow paper from the collection. Like I said, I did distress the edges. And then I laminated this cover just so it can be more durable for her. And then it's 3 signatures. So yes, I did 3 signatures, and I sewed them in with the wax thread in white. And then we got like a little charm dangle here at the bottom. And so here's her name, Lyric. She loves gold as well. So I did her name in gold with those Crafted Lyric dies. And then here is the main focal point that I love, the Missy's girl. She is so, so pretty. And I use that chalk for her cheeks to give her some little rosy cheeks. She got some little gold glasses on that ties in with the gold of her name. And then I use rock candy glitter to put on her headband. And then this is Heat Emboss, where it says she believes she could. And it's supposed to say so she did, but the so she did was so small that it kind of just blended all that in together, which is fine. Still so pretty. So yeah, so love the way that front cover turned out. And then when you open it up, you have a pocket on the back of the front cover. And so I use that Cat Scrappiness die, that scallop die for this tag. And then, you know, she can write or doodle whatever she wants to do on there. And I may put some ribbon in the hole, in one of the holes, I'm not for sure. And then I just hand cut this tag and just distress the edges. And then the pocket, I just use some of the stickers from the collection. Got the little dress form, the boutique, and then like the little shopping bag. And then this was also from the collection as well, the little scallop black and white sticker strip. So I put that across this pocket, and then I put it down the front of each signature. So each signature has a little black and white scallop strip. I use a white doily that I have in my stash. I wrapped it around the signature, and then I use a sticker that says "It's a Girl Thing" that I distress as well. I use the gold craft cardstock for the dress form, and then I had some like little holographic sequin hearts that I put there on the side. And then we got some lace as well, and the lace is on each front page of each signature as well, so you'll see that 3 times. So yeah, so you did that, and this is the inside. And then here's a stenciling that I did on the inside of the first page of the front cover. And so then I use a sticker here, and then I use that line stamp. I think it was Kiss Flamingo, and I just did stamping on all the pages so she can write, because like it is like a little journal notebook for her. And then she can do whatever she wants to do on this page. And this page right here, I use the Alcohol Neon Hyper ink by Tim Holtz. And I shared this before. I learned it from Crafty by Tony, very inspired by her. But you just take a pan of water and vinegar, and then you just take some drops of your alcohol ink, and then you dip your printer paper on inside, and then it kind of transforms to the paper. So that's what I did. And then we got some more lined paper, because like, you know, she says she loves a journal. And then here's a little beads that I just put at the end here, just for something extra. And then there's the back of that paper, and then some more lined paper where she can write. And then this is the back of the other paper, and then here's the back cover of the first signature. And then we have some more, like I said, each one I did the black and white scallop trim. And then I used vellum, and this is where I did the heat embossing with the butterflies. And that's on top of the rose paper, which I think is really pretty. And so then we have some more stenciling that I did on this cover. And then she has some more writing space. And then each, like I said, on the first cover, well, you got the cover, and then you got the page with the stenciling, and on the back page of the stenciling, I just put the little sticker here. Just something extra. And then here's another alcohol ink page that I did. And that's the back, which is really, I love what it's turned out. And then that's the last of the second signature. And then this is the third signature. And then this is where I use that other dress die. I use a perfume bottle and purse stickers. Some more of the holographic heart sequins. And I think this page turned out really pretty. And then, like I said, we have the lace on the front of each signature. And then here's the other page I did, the third page I did with the stenciling. And then some more lined paper. And then some more of that alcohol paper that I did. So just everything is pretty similar, each signature, but, you know, just wanted to give her enough journaling space to write. Yeah, the provider told me, like I said, she's a social worker. She said that she wants to be a surgeon when she gets out of school. So, yeah, that's awesome. And then here's some more tags I created for her that she can do what she wants to do with. And then I just used some more of the stickers. It says it's like a little shoe shop, and then we got a box of shoes with the shoes on top. And then that's the back of the journal. So yeah, so love the way this turned out. Like I said, a really simple, easy journal that I wanted to create, but my main thing was this front cover, just to make it really pretty and more and personable to her. So I hope that she likes it. I love it. So yeah, and I hope that you all like it as well. So I do want to thank you all so much for watching. You all have a great rest of your day. Have a great week ahead. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye-bye.